Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. So, usually, I would put this up with the little thing or whatever, but I'm not the tech guy. That's my partner over on DB Presents the Underground News. We have an episode coming out this week. Our episodes, when we do this, about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on what we're talking about. And how many subjects we have to go through. But make sure you also go over and check that out. I'm allowed to expound a little bit more. And Brandon is the complete opposite emotional of me. He didn't get worked up as much as I do. He's cool, calm, collective. I tend to get worked up a little bit more. But what I want to play for you today, and I'm playing this off my cell phone, so if you can't hear it, I apologize. I'm going to put it up to the mic. This is the Jew-hating, American-hating, some people did something whore. I say whore because she married her own brother, Ilhan Omar. Let's see what she has to say. This is about the Minneapolis Police Department. How did this bitch get elected? I'm sorry. Maybe bring it back in. Woosah. Okay.
We must also recognize is that the reduction in policing currently in our city and the lawlessness that is happening is due to two things. One, the police have chosen to not fulfill their oath of office and to provide the public safety they are owed to the citizens they serve, right? It's documented. But even before that, it was documented. The Minneapolis Police Department is the most dysfunctional police department in our state and probably in the country. The second part is that there has to be a...
So, if you would notice, ladies and gentlemen, I got this clip from a Black Conservative Perspective, great YouTube show. I highly recommend you. If you're watching me, you'll love that. He's a lot more polished than I am. So, after hearing that from one of your city leaders, from one of your congresswomen, would you want to be a cop in Minneapolis? If you're a citizen in Minneapolis, understand, you voted for this, and you're going to keep voting for it. It reminds me of the Rashida Tlaib clip that I did a show on, where she's like, I know my life is important, and that's why I hired security. So if I spend $5 or $200,000, who's spending money to protect your families? See, that's what I'm saying with the liberal shit. This is idiocracy. Idiocracy at its best. These people are telling you and showing you they don't care about you. So let's encapsulate this, because it's not just isolated. This is going around a lot of major cities. Minneapolis, Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles, New York, Austin, Houston. We live in Nazi America. When I say we live in Nazi America, it's not just a tagline. I actually mean it. If you look at the Democratic Socialist Party, which I will remind you, the Nazi Party was called the Nazi Socialist Party. The only thing different is the beginning. So I feel very passionate about this. Oftentimes I get hit with, well, we got to fight for the country. My response is, well, what are you going to do? This is what they're voting for. This is what they want. And I realize not everybody in Minneapolis wants this. Probably the majority of people don't. But they lack the insight to vote people like Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, AOC, Cori Bush out of office. they're showing you they don't care about you. But what do? Not we. Because Dan said, the hell with that. Move the hell out the blue state and the blue city. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. When I'm paying almost $3,000 a month for rent so I can stay on a private golf course, have a swimming pool in my backyard, private neighborhood, and I still got people. And the situation is so bad, I got to escort Tammy out the door in the mornings to make sure she doesn't get raped or mugged. I'm going to say the hell with it. But people like this Ilhan Omar, why do you keep voting for her? Send this to your liberal friends. I want to answer these 3 questions. 1, why do they get to have protection and you don't? 2, they live in gated communities and are protected by armed security. Why can't you arm yourself? And 3, what have they done that shows you they care about you? Have them answer those 3 questions. Actually, have them write it out because they're too emotional to answer it in person. This has gone to such a point. What I've been doing the last few days is I'll find a YouTube comment from CNN or whatever, and I'll just start a dialogue and start talking to people. What I've seen is people are really stupid. Really stupid. I mean, the majority of people. They're almost always city folk. City folk are usually really pretty stupid, and it's usually the most educated that are the most stupid. You know why? Because they spent a lifetime wrapped up in their education. They never took a step back and actually looked at life. Well, guess what? You're in 1930s Germany, motherfucker. That is what it is. I feel empowered. Kind of like, I figure if Joe Rogan cuss, I can cuss a little bit, right? He has a lot more followers than I do, and he cusses all the time. You're in 1930s Germany, motherfucker. If you were wondering whether you'd be a Nazi, wonder no longer. The liberals are following the Nazi playbook. Exactly. Verbatim. When you watch them talk, watch what shit is to leave. Blah, blah, blah. Or AOC. And y'all, and she takes on the accent of wherever she's at. When she was talking to black people, she took on a black accent and she's flapping her hands. Same thing with she did to leave. Same thing with Ilhan Omar. Not all of the country's falling for it. It is what it is. I think the time for a peaceful divorce has come and gone. It's not going to be a peaceful divorce. It's not going to be a peaceful divorce. And people like, for all of you that support this, that support it, that vote for it time after time after time again, you're going to have to face the wall. Shh. Face the wall. People like Ilhan Omar, they're going to hide behind their bodyguards. That's exactly what they're going to do. They won't care about you. They give a shit. They care about their objective. And what are you doing? What are you doing as a liberal? As a liberal. Are you a socialist? Yes. Are you a Nazi? Yes. If you're wondering whether you would have been a Nazi, yes, you would have been a Nazi. Imagine how shocked I was when all this started unfolding to realize how many of my friends would have been Nazis in the 1930s because they do not understand history. You don't get it, do you? It's ridiculous. She's blaming the police. The police. The police. For not enforcing laws. Hey, guess what, you fucking raghead wearing bitch? I apologize. But guess what, Ilhan Omar? You defunded the police. So now I'm a cop. I'm on 36th Street. There's Robbie on 56th. Am I supposed to be in 2 places at one time? No, kiss my ass. it's we have to take it up another notch. So one of the things that comes through on the threads is people don't think I'd be willing to fight because I haven't given up. I haven't. But I don't think they understand the nature of Texans. I consider being a Texan a more sacred thing than being an American. That's how Texans are. So if you know somebody in Texas, send them this link and make sure they like, subscribe, and share the show. Because they'll understand what I'm saying. It's like, we'll see you when you come here, and you're not gonna like it. And they always follow the same script. Take your kids, which they've done with the K through 12 and college education, right? Defund you, which they've managed to do. Make you show papers, which they're doing now. And get rid of your First Amendment rights of freedom of speech. And the most important thing, and I'm going to extrapolate on this later, but the most important thing they do is take away your guns. Look, they did it in Australia. Australia has camps, re-education camps. It doesn't matter what you call them. They have camps that are concentrated into one little space. You know what I call those? Concentration camps. It's really gotten to a point too where we're at a point, are you going to give up America or are you going to fight for it? I'm prepared to fight for it. I was telling some guy on some stream or some comment thing the other day, I got one good fight left in me. Guess what? I'm going to use it. So, as always, like, subscribe, share. As always, especially in these times, do what you got to do.